The Lunaverse, episode 7 of season 2, Crossing for Ponyville, chapter 4. Second fuss, same as the fuss. Tracy was in an oversized courtroom, kneeling on the justice's bench. Trixie and Lunaverse! Roared Luna in distress. You all been tossed for being a bad friend. I'm not guilty, cried out Trixie. I'm a great friend. I tried really hard. The evidence will show, said Blue Blood the prosecutor, that Trixie continually hurts any pony who has the misfortune of meeting her. She leaves all she touches worse than she found them. In fact, the only ponies who can still stand her are the bearers of the elements. That's not true, Trixie cried. I have other friends. A name one, shouts Luna. It was hard for Trixie to remember. All she could think of was the ponies she had driving away in New Orleans, Caroline, and Ponyville. I do! I swear! From the longest night celebration, when Trixie manipulated the entire town because she was pregnant at our princess, to when she turned her friend into a headless bear with no thought for her own welfare, Blue Blood began to rattle off fits. Stop it! Yelled Trixie. I made mistakes, but I'm trying! I really am! And lastly, said Blue Blood after an impossibly fast and impossibly long list of Trixie's triumphs of his friendship. When she infuriated Octavia Philharmonica, a traumatized Fluttershy, a perfectly innocent Pegasus. He paused dramatically. Fluttershy! The crowd booed. It seemed that Fluttershy, more so than any other, was the one pony that was impermissible to hurt. In fact, even Rarity cried out, I think Fluttershy is the best possible thing! But the evidence is clear. Trixie Lunaverse, you are guilty of being the worst friend in Equestria! Roared Luna. The crowd, which seemed to include every pony she had ever interacted with, cheered like they were on some sort of sports game. And you will be given the maximum sentence! I'll pay the fine. I'll try to be better. Fine. Luna laughed a deep, mirthless blast of sound that sent Trixie backwards. Under feisty pinkie pies, every pony must be ransacked. Being a bad friend is the highest crime in Equestria. Trixie Lunaverse, I sentence you to being locked in a small room a million miles away from every pony, so your mendacity and cupidity cannot drag them down. But, Trixie paused. If I'm a million miles away, where will I get food? Food will be teleported in with magic, Luna's horn glowed. And let Equestria rejoice, as you no longer be around to harm other ponies with your selfish depravity. Trixie screamed in. Trixie cried out as she fell out of bed, cracking her horn again. Ow! Stupid terrain with oddly specific logistics. She went around her bed, there a clock inside. It was still pre-dawn, but Trixie was too wound up to get back to bed. She wasn't sure what else to do, though. She could read Don Racayante, or she could stare at the wall, or... She paused and nodded to herself. She could find a real friend to talk to. The front door swung open, and Carrot Top gave Trixie a strange look. Trixie, are you okay? You never visit me this early. I didn't wake you, did I? Asked Trixie as she walked into Carrot Top's house. Overhead, the night sky was just starting to fade. Nope, getting up early for the harvest. Carrot Top smiled as he poured Trixie a steaming mug of tea. There's something magical about the first carrot of the fall harvest. If you like, I can send a bunch down to your vet to see later. Didn't Punky say you're trying to eat more vegetables? Carrot Top set the tea down and sat next to Trixie. What's wrong? Everything. Is it the concept? Yeah. Trixie sighed and let her head fall from the thud to the table. Octavia and Fluttershy got into a fight. Now Fluttershy is locking herself in their cottage for all eternity, and Octavia is going back to Canterlot in disgrace. I'm a terrible pony. No, I am, Trixie said. I tried really hard to do something good for Fluttershy. All I did was make Fluttershy cry and make Octavia feel like a failure. and both of them hate me now. As he rose her head up and then dropped it down again. I really screwed up. We all make mistakes, Tracy. It's not just you. Tracy managed to raise her head enough to glare at Carrot Top. Oh yeah? When have you ever made a mistake like this? When have you ever done something bad enough to really hurt your friends? About last week. Trixie stared as a mob of Carrot Tops ran down the main street of Ponyville, grinning like fools, repeating the same word over and over again. Ponies broke and scared as they trampled before everything before them, leaving destruction in their wake. I think we might need to cancel our weekend plans, Trixie told Dizzy as the dozens of Carrot Tops bore down on them. You had one bad day, muttered Trixie, but when I look at raindrops. Who told us we were all terrible ponies, brought snails to tears, that's a nice sister crane thing. Well then, there's Ditsy, who lied to Tiki about shop winning, who knocked you unconscious so she could fight the Manhattan Mafia ponies herself. Charlie went nuts with the whole drill section thing. Lyra, I almost broke your heart when you told her Octavia was a traitor the first time she came to town. You told me about it later. Carrot shook her head. We all make mistakes, Tracy. You, me, even Princess Luna. Just because you made a mistake doesn't mean you're a bad pony. Yeah, but if you ask some people who write Caroline Fix. Tracy drank her tea, feeling a little stronger. You're just saying that. You're a good friend, and you don't want to hurt me. No, Carrot Top frowned. Tracy, you know I care about Fluttershy, right? And Lyra really cares about Octavia. You know that too. You think we would let you handle this if we thought you were a bad friend? She dragged her hoof over Trixie's shoulder. Trixie felt a bit better at that. Thanks. Carrot Top poured another mug of tea for Trixie, and he drank in silence for a moment. I'm sorry, said Trixie at last. I didn't listen to you and Lyra. I just wanted to get the concert going. And so what a good friend I was. Then move on to something else. I mean, all about me. So I didn't pay attention and, well, it fell apart. You should have prioritized Octavia and Fluttershy, not me. Carrot Top hesitated. Can I ask you something? Shoot. Do you want me and Lyra to try and help you out? I could talk to Fluttershy. I think I could get her to give it another shot. And Lyra knows how to get the Octavia to be more agreeable. It was tempting, Trixie thought. She could give up on this and go home. Let the competent friends handle things. Not worry about anything, but I want to be a good friend. I want to be a pony that does good things and helps others. I don't want to just take up space. I want to live up to the standards Luna expects of me, and that my friends always meet. I just don't know if I can. Carrot Top. So yes, be honest. Do you think I can fix this? Me? Carrot Top smiled. I know you can. She said, I have complete trust in you. When the chips are down, when I bet my farm, when Lyra was a hominoid, when Tiki was abducted every other time, you always come through. If you learn from your mistakes and try again, I can absolutely agree you can save the day. I know every other element feels the same way. Then, she took a sorry breath. I want to fix this, then. I want to help Fluttershy. I want to make sure Octavia doesn't have to tell Luna she's failed her. She paused. I know it's not about me. It's about Fluttershy. But she deserves to have a go at this as well. It'd be so good for her. Maybe I'll help her get through this to pull off the show. And Octavia too, and... She sighed. I want to do something good for them. Next thing she felt was a hug. She smiled and nestled against Carrot Top's head. Carrot Top murmured, like I said, we believe in you. Thanks. And thanks for listening to me. No problem. You do the same for me. Carrot Top broke off the hug and trotted over to pick up her farming equipment. Any idea how you could decide? I think so, Trixie rose. Yeah, I know what to do. The easiest option for talking with Fluttershy would be casting an illusion of herself to look like Carrot Top or Ditzy. Then, talking to Fluttershy into practicing with Octavia again. But pretending to be one pony in order to manipulate her was considered unfriendly in some circles. Still, Fluttershy wouldn't let Trixie to her house, so that wasn't an option either. Fortunately, Trixie had a third plan. She went around Fluttershy's house until she heard sounds. Fluttershy was in the kitchen at the back, probably preparing breakfast for her animals. Trixie crept over and quietly knocked on the back door. There was silence for a moment. Very quietly, Fluttershy asked, "Who is it?" "Trixie," said the Shellmare. "Can I talk to you?" There was no response. "I'll stay out here, okay? I won't come in. You got these thick walls between me and you." And, Trixie looked up as he saw a largest window on the second floor. "If I'm being mean or annoying, you can dump hot water or something on me from the window and chase me away." "I would never," was Fluttershy's instantaneous reaction. "Then Angel could do it." "Angel wouldn't do that either. He's a sweet, innocent little bunny. And, Angel, where are you going?" There's a pause. "Angel, are you taking the tea kettle?" A few moments later, "Angel, stop!" Trixie glanced out of the window, worrying that Angel might have preemptively decided Trixie was being annoying. Fortunately, a few minutes later, she heard Fluttershy dragging Angel downstairs. "Bad Angel, you do that again, I'll be forced not to give you dessert at lunch." There was a pause. Only have a dessert." Trixie rolled her eyes. The dessert negotiations concluded with Fluttershy promising Angel an extra cookie, and then Fluttershy began to speak to Trixie again. What do you want to talk about?" Trixie smiled. "The concert in a few days. I can't do it. I won't. I can't face Octavia." Trixie said, "Oh, what if I convince her to be nicer?" "I can't. I tried, but she said she wouldn't let any mistakes pass her by. Then at the end, she said she wouldn't help me anymore anyway." "If I could get her to change her mind, help you, and be as kind as possible, will you try again?" Just no response. Trixie reflected on what she knew of the butter-colored Pegasus. "I know you love flat animals, Fluttershy. You're your special passion." "Yes, and that's a very special ability. A lot of ponies who want to help animals don't have it." Trixie paused for a moment. "The concert's to benefit a vet clinic." "I know," said Fluttershy. "And I know they probably really need money, but I just can't. I'm not able to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not brave enough." "Carrot Top told me you once chased one of your chickens into the Everfree. Made sure she wasn't hurt by a monster." "Oh, yes, I suppose." "That was really brave," said Trixie. "I never go into the Everfree unless I've got my friends with me. But you went all by yourself. You must really love animals." "Well, yes." She heard a scratch. I guess the Fluttershy was hugging an animal. Probably Angel. "I just want to take care of as many as I can." "If you're brave enough to face Everfree monsters to help an animal, can't you be brave enough to face Octavia? I promise she doesn't bite nearly as hard." First I giggled. "I thought I could, but then last night Octavia began to really be mean." "If I can stop her from being mean again, she'll correct your mistakes, but she won't be mean. Will you try again? For the animals, please." You could do that?" "Yes," Trixie said. "And if I can't, if she won't agree, I'll cancel the concert myself, okay? I promise you, she will only see you again, and she promised me that she'll be kind to you." There was a lot of silence, but then Trixie heard, "Okay, for the animals." Fluttershy sounded happy. Trixie grinned. "Thanks, Fluttershy. I promise this will go well." "And Angel, where did you go?" Trixie jumped to her hooves and rolled to the side just before Swara splashed down. She looked up at Angel, who was frowning and having missed. "Ha!" said Trixie, sticking out her tongue. "A nice try." Angel kicked over another bucket out the window. This time Trixie couldn't dodge in time. Something grainy fell all over her. "Huh?" Trixie sniffed it. "Smelled kind of like that stuff Dinky used to feed Fluttershy's chickens." "Chicken feed? Oh, why would Angel dump chicken feed on me?" Trixie turned to see a dozen chickens surrounding her. "Okay," Trixie said to herself, "they're just chickens. How bad could they be?" Then she found out. "Now, Angel," said Fluttershy, "and it's time for your bath and what was that?"
Outside, it sounded like somebody was yelling, "Stupid birds! Why do you know how to fly?" Angel shut the window, raised his ears, widened his eyes to look adorable as he could.
Oh, I can't resist that face. Time for a nice warm bath,
chirped the yellow Pegasus. Trixie was back in town. Having cast an illusion, somehow managed past the evil chickens and their beaks of terror, and checked the sky again. The sun was just about up, and Octavia would likely be done with her daily sunrise performance soon. And once she finished, she would begin to prepare to leave. Trixie had to stop her first. As he reached the hotel, she heard the faint sounds of a cello piece playing. She looked up in time to see Octavia slowly lower the cello down to the balcony. "Hey, Octavia!" she called. "Can we talk?" Octavia shook her head. "There's nothing to say." Then a mare jumped down the window on a neighboring building.
"Octavia!"
cried Pinky, clad in a black ninja outfit.
"My old arch nemesis."
"What?"
"You are the enemy of Claire's, the monster moose! You tisses a apple pie!"
Pinky slipped a hoof across her heart.
"You journey across the land, convincing innocent and friendly ponies to live bland, tasteless lives without a dollop of the cream or a single gumdrop to lighten their days."
"No, I don't," said flustered Octavia. "This is absurd."
"But it ends here. One bite of a sugar cube corner, chocolate caramel crusty croissant. You'll never taste desserts again."
Octavia stared.
"Get ready! Here comes my pasting power!"
Pinky brought up what looked like another short cannon, then jumped back down the chimney and was gone. Octavia looked down at Trixie. "How much sugar does she eat, exactly?"
"I can't measure that high."
Pinky looked out of the windows from another neighboring building, blasting her with her cannon. Croissants flew out towards Octavia, who only had a moment to dodge. Her hearing, though, seemed to save her once again. She was able to throw herself backwards without having to look at Pinky. The star splattered against the balcony door. Pinky shook her can.
"Aw, I'm all out of deliciousness. Well, I'll be back! Back with the best kind of pastries there are! Pastries that are really fast and hard to dodge!"
And then she danced off. Octavia could only watch her go. "Is this legal?"
"It's Pinky, so probably."
Trixie sighed.
"But anyway, can I come up, please? I really want to talk to you."
"There's nothing to say."
"For one pony who doesn't want to disappoint Princess Luna to another, I just want a few minutes of your time."
Octavia paused. "What?"
"She brought me up as her apprentice. She means the world to me. I don't want to fail her either."
Trixie let eyes over Octavia.
"So, can we talk?"
Octavia gave a slow nod.
"Fluttershy is agreeing to try again,"
said Trixie as she stepped into the room. Octavia scanned Trixie's face. On. What would her reaction be if I note that one of her birds is off key?
"Look, you know what she's like."
Trixie waved her hoof in the air.
"She's not good with, hostility."
"I wasn't hostile. I corrected her. And she couldn't handle it. Trixie, if I am to help somebody, they need to be able to acknowledge criticism. Otherwise, I might as well speak at all."
"Maybe there's a nicer way to correct her."
"That isn't my concern," Octavia frowned. "My teachers were strict with me. I was strict with those I mentioned, and the results were clear. Let's look at Lyra, the greatest of those I taught, whose music has stunned all the Catalat. That is how I teach, and it works, when the student is willing."
"She's not one of your music students, though. She barely deals with other ponies. I know you don't like teaching your teaching style, but I promise you, if you be as nice as possible when correcting her, you'll get better results."
"I won't get any. She cancelled Trixie. It is obvious she does not really care about music."
"She does. But no, the music isn't her main concern," Trixie agreed. "She cares about the animals."
"Evidently, not all that much."
"Hey!" Trixie said sharply. "Do you know about the Evergreen Forest?"
"Yes, I control a full of monsters. What?"
"She went into it, alone, to rescue one of her pet animals," said Trixie. "She can't fight. She doesn't have any useful magic. She's not good at flying, but she went anyway, because one of her stupid chickens needed her, and she wasn't going to get eaten by a siren or something." "Ooh, can we have chicken? Auntie?" "Shut up!" She cares about those animals as much as you care about your music.
Octavia was silent for a moment.
You know what I did out of my love for music, she said.
You know to what lengths I went, with that sympathy and my career on the line.
Yes, and I know from Lyra that there were times during your preparation of the symphony that you drove away your friends. You did some things you regretted later.
She let eyes on Octavia. The two stared at her for several seconds. Finally, Octavia said, "Well, that's true enough."
I'm not asking you to compromise your principles. I'm not asking you to get Fluttershy to play, even if she's any good. I am telling you she wants to do this. She wants the animals in Manhattan to have somewhere they can go and have a bone set, or a cold medicated, or a warm soup if it's really cold outside. She wants to play, but she needs your help.
Octavia was silent for a long moment, then said, "I will speak to her again. I need to confirm this." Trixie didn't complain about Octavia not trusting her.
Thank you.
Do not thank me yet. If I determine that Fluttershy believes what you say she does, I will try again. But, Trixie, if you interpret any correct sense hostile, I honestly cannot help her. It isn't a question of my willingness, then. All I can do is offer advice. If it's rejection, even I cannot do nothing.
She won't. Just, instead of saying this is wrong and bad, play it this other way. Say, this could be improved if you played it this other way. Those are both true statements, right?
Yeah, Trix. And normally that works. And then you get those idiots who think that just because you say, oh, if you could play it this way, it could be improved, that you are in fact saying that you could do better and that you are the arbiter of all things good. No, seriously, I've seen people say this. There are actual idiots who hear constructive criticism like this and think you are saying you could do better and you are somehow smarter than they are, and that somebody gave you the authority.
Just say it. See what's good as well as what's bad. Be as kind as you can be. Then you'll both get what you want. You want a beautiful concert, right? If raising your teeth in a certain way you tease that, isn't that the right thing to do?
Octavia thought about it for a moment, then nodded. Very well, Trixie. If I determine she sincerely wants to aid her animal friends, and will work as hard as needed for that task, I will be as kind as I can when I teach her.
This is gonna be a great concert. You won't regret this.
Octavia nodded again. I hope not. She went over to her cell and closed his gates. There's no time to waste. If the concert is to continue our schedule, we have lost much time. Is she willing to meet now? Trixie smiled to herself.
I think she is.
The walk back to Fluttershy's was uneventful, and he soon went back to the cottage living room. Trixie took up a quiet position in the corner of the room as the other two mayors talked. I'm sorry, said Octavia, for my temper last night.
It's okay,
whispered Fluttershy. Trixie tells me he was to perform at the concert. Fluttershy steeled herself and then said,
yes.
I'll take a concern for equestrian animals. She said you cared about them very much.
I do, said Fluttershy.
Then before she knew it, she was talking more.
Philadelphia has 4 times as many animals per flock as Ponyville, but only twice as much as veterinary capability. Sometimes when animals get hurt in that city, if their owners can't take them to the veterinarians in other cities, they have to wait days for treatment. I really want Sophos Clinic to be a success and be big enough to help all the animals that need it.
Octavia inclined her head.
I'm sorry I wasn't any good last night. I really was trying very hard, so were all my birds, but we just...
Fluttershy seemed to think it to herself.
I'm sorry,
she repeated. I forgive you. Octavia rose for the cats. I will help you prepare Fluttershy, and I will be as polite as I know how to be. I will not let any mistakes pass by, but I will strive to treat you with capacity and grace. So long as you remain willing, I will work with you day and night to get you ready for the concert. Fluttershy smiled slightly. But there is something I need you to promise to me.
What?
You must understand. For me, music retains an almost sacred quality. A musician who performs before a crowd is implicitly promising to play the best they can. It's justified the time and expense that the audience contribute. Fluttershy, I need you to promise me that you will work as hard as I do, and that you will assure that your birds do the same. Otherwise, first, Octavia paused, Also, if you funded the clinic, didn't know that they were giving the animals some standard lazy care, I think you would be hurt and offended. First I 9.
That happened once. It did. My investments, I had some extra money and I asked my bank manager to invest in 3 veterinary clinics. 2 of them were great, but in one, they were letting animals eat all the junk food they wanted. They weren't heating the rooms enough. It hurt.
First I frowned.
I felt like it was partly my fault.
So to Octavia.
I won't make you feel like that, she promised. I'll work as hard as I need to so everything will be perfect.
And I will do the same. Octavia smiled. Alright, gather your birds, please. We'll start from the top.
It's going well?
Asked Lyra. Yes, said Trixie, taking a long swig of bourbon. And thank Luna. Trixie had checked up on the mares at the 3 more points during the day. For 2 of them, things had been going fine. For 1, things had slipped. Fluttershy had stricken low, and Octavia was growing frustrated. Trixie reminded them of their goals and got him back on track. When he passed by one final time, she heard sweet and lovely bird song coming from the cottage. They were making projects. Carrot Top grinned. I knew we could do it.
Thanks.
Trixie kicked back in her chair.
And now I know I can do it too.
How long will they be practicing? Asked Lyra after a few moments.
Octavia made it sound like they'll have a long night ahead of them. But she also said she tried to stop by and give me an update at dinner time. Which,
Trixie looked at her clock, should be coming soon.
There she is,
said Carrot Top. Octavia was approaching the front of Trixie's house, looking tired but happy. Fortunately, just as Trixie saw her, Octavia's eyes twitched, and she began to fling herself down.
Oh no. No, 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 no!
But Pinky was already jumping out of a mailbox with a shoulder-mounted cannon and blazing with the words, Cupcake Can! She said something and pulled the trigger. The biggest cupcake Trixie had ever seen came hurling right where Octavia had been standing. And through that spot at Trixie's window.
No!
Cried Trixie as the cupcake smashed her and splattered all over her phone.
Nuts!
Cried Pinky.
Well, Pinky!
Trixie used her telekinesis as to haul Pinky over. Past the crossing Octavia and onto her porch.
Look at this mess! I'm sorry, Trixie. I'm just trying to help Octavia.
Pinky's fights grew horrifying.
As if she lives her whole life without even one itty-bitty candy bar. Wouldn't that be horrifying? Horrifying or not, you can't just go blasting projectiles in town.
Trixie sighed.
Look, I know you mean well, but it's not working. Please, just accept that Octavia doesn't eat sweets. I can't accept a horrible thing, cried Pinkie Pie. I won't anything but that.
She goes to her heart.
Say it isn't so, Trixie. Say it isn't so. Then at least stop shooting them at her. You would like if somebody shot broccoli at you, would you?
Pinky wrinkled her muzzle.
Yes, not.
Ears flat.
All right, Trixie. I won't shoot any more placing projectiles, no matter how many useless they are. And I'll clean this mess up. She smiled weakly. Sorry again. Don't worry about it. Thanks.
As Pinky walked into the residency to begin clearing, Lyra and Carrot Top trotted to look at Octavia. The cells looked stunned. Is this normal? Not really, said Lyra. Lots of relief. Usually we get a lot more damage than this by this point in a month. Lyra smiled. I mean, it's been 3 weeks, and nothing's caught on fire, blown up, or eaten by monsters.
Yeah, we're getting off easy,
said Trixie. Octavia looked between the trio. Life here seems to be very interesting.
Oh, you had no idea,
said Trixie.
Think you'll be okay?
Asked Carrot Top. Octavia returned to Fluttershy's. Pinky finished cleaning, and the window pane had already got a new window installed. The three were once again in the residency's living room.
I think so, said Trixie. But I'll keep an eye on them. Don't worry.
Good. Lyra slipped her daffodil wine. And I think it's going to be a great concert, Trixie. Really. Shelmere smiled.
And with those two working together, I'm sure it'll be wonderful! Stop looking at Trixie like that, martial art freak user!
But seriously, I thought Octavia was going to get hit by some pastries at one point and we find out she's allergic.